1 minute 30 seconds is my go-to microwave time. Wanda? What? Wanda?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah, and today I'm here with another much requested video, and this is part 2 of my crazy college stories. Woo! And actually there wasn't going to be a part 1 and part 2. The video that I made last week was actually a video with me and my roommate Lexi, and we both made a video about our crazy college stories. It accidentally ended up being 30 minutes, so I decided to cut the video up, so it's still going to be a video with me and Lexi. This is just a different day. I'm making this intro. I put on the same shirt so it wasn't too suspicious, even though I'm telling you guys why I'm doing this. I had a couple different segments in my last video, so it was gonna be like making out with boys, the segment, and then like our dorm room segment, but it was, the making out with boys segment was already 11 minutes, so I was like, I'll just make the dorm room stuff later. So this is the funny, crazy college stories about our dorm room. And our dorm room was basically a shit show, so this is going to be fun. If you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. I'm so glad that you're here. I love you so much, and I hope that you subscribe to become part of this little family, and I appreciate it so much. Also, I'm currently giving away these rose gold limited edition Beats wireless headphones. The only rule is that you have to be a subscriber, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe now, and you'll be entered to be part of this, and this giveaway is ending August 27th, and all the rest of the rules will be listed down below. If you like these crazy college stories, you want me to do more of these with either different friends or with Lexi more, comment down below. I could just tell these for days. So thanks so much for watching, and let's get into the video. The first little bullet point on this segment here is our science experiment.
It all started with a cup of Starbucks that I left in the room for a month. Basically, Sarah left for winter break like a day or two after I did, because I was so done with finals and just so ready to get out of UC for a couple weeks because I was so stressed that I was like, you know what, my exams are over, I'm leaving on like a Wednesday. And Sarah was like, I just want to stay till Friday, I'm gonna hang out. And so I cleaned my whole side of the room. We're like, we're gonna clean it so when we come back from winter break it's gonna be like super nice and we'll just be happy. And then so I was like, I'm gonna clean my room and I'm gonna get Starbucks, and I got the caramel apple spice.
Oh.
And I drank like 2 sips, put it on my desk, and moved out. Winter break was like a month. So we come back after a month and I see the Starbucks cup and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I don't remember if that's empty or if that has something in it. And I opened it and I just like screamed.
I'll post a picture right here. It was
gross.
Scary.
It was like a cup of mold. No Starbucks should ever look like that. And so I showed Sarah, I was like, oh my god, it's like a science experiment. Like, it was sitting there for a
Little
month.
did we know it was not going to be our first science experiment. And not purposely either. It's not like we were like, we're gonna make this thing a science experiment. It's like, we would wake up one day to a smell, or we would wake up one day to like bugs, and we would be like, there's another one, like we'll have to go
Did it again.
So,
and then it just became a running joke, like in all of our friend group, like, oh, Lexi and Sarah, we're not gonna go in their room, like they have science experiments. And we'd be like, you know what, yeah, you wanna see our science experiments? And we would like send everyone pictures and be like, check out. Well, the next one,
I'm gonna tell this next one. It might not be the same one as you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the next science experiment
I bet it's the one I'm thinking of.
is one time I was laying in bed and I was like literally just laying there, and we kept all of our dirty dishes on top of our microwave, so it kind of got cluttered up there because like taking our dishes to the kitchen in the middle of the dorms was just a really big struggle. And you had to take your soap, and you had to, like, just everything. It was just a really big ordeal, and we usually did it on laundry day. Anyways, I looked up and I saw something behind all the dishes, and I was like, I have no idea what this thing is. I was like, Lexi, come here. I was like, lay right here and look up. I was like, please tell me what this is. I'm scared to touch it. And what did we think it was?
We thought it was a ball of black yarn. Like, I was like, where did this ball of string come from?
I was like, is someone pranking us?
I was like,
did we know?
Were you sewing? Like, I really had no idea what it was for a while.
I picked it up and it's a plum. Do you have a picture of the plum?
I don't know. I'll have to look for it.
It's literally a plum, and it's like so shriveled up that it looked like it had like strings of yarn in it.
I don't know where we even got a plum.
I know. It was like blue on the other side.
Sarah and Danny were just hanging out one day in our room. You know, I was in class. They were having a good old time. And Sarah cuts open an avocado to eat, and it is just the nastiest thing I have ever seen in my whole life.
No, this is what happened. I picked it up and my thumb went through it. I didn't cut it. My thumb went straight through it.
I have a picture of the avocado. You can
right here.
So Sarah and Danny were just looking at this disgusting avocado that does not look anything like an avocado, and they're like, probably Danny was like, let's put it by Lexi's bed.
No, he said on Lexi's bed, and I was like, no, but I'll put it right here where she steps onto her bed.
On our like fridge cart that our fridge was on, I always had this one little spot, and like anytime there would be a cup or something there, I'd be like, because it was like my step stool, because our bed was so tall, and I would get so flustered like that. It was like my little stepping spot. So I come in from a long day of class, and nobody else is in the room. I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap, and I go to step, and there is this like nasty ball.
I don't think Lexi's ever been as mad as I think she'd get actually mad.
I've actually been mad.
She was like actually mad at me.
Because at first I was like, oh, what's that? And then I was like, I am so disgusted. Ugh.
It was so funny at the time though. The last science experiment we're gonna talk about, just so this video isn't at 30 minutes long, is that when we were sick, we would heat up warm water in our microwave, put some lemon, put some honey in it, and mix it together. I'm pretty sure that's
probably what it was.
And then one time,
someone did like a mixture of
like, I think that when we wanted to use a cup, we would like pour something in another cup and then wash that. So basically, this was sitting on top of our microwave probably a couple months, not lying, like actually probably a couple months. And one day it fell over.
No, you knocked it over.
On purpose?
No, I don't think I was on purpose, but you were getting all the dishes and you were like, oh, oops, that fell into my laundry. Like I hadn't done laundry in like 2 weeks. So I just had a
Lexi takes forever to do laundry. It's not my fault.
And I was like, oh, some water spilled on my laundry. No big deal, right?
Was it like a week later?
No, it was right away. I walked over, I was like, oh, I'll just do my laundry. And I like pick up this pile of wet laundry and I literally throw it on the floor and start gagging.
So I've never smelled something that smelled like that.
I've seriously never smelled anything that remotely like that.
Literally crazy.
Well, and it was on our floor, and it was just, and Sarah was like laying on the floor laughing because my laundry was like just soiled in this nasty water, and Sarah was like, I'm so sorry.
I was like, okay, things like that make me laugh so hard, even though I know it's a tragedy, but I think about the story that it's gonna have later on, and I start crying of laughter. Like literally, I love things like that. Okay, the next story is so funny. It is it was one of those things that it wasn't funny in the moment, but Sarah here has to be a nervous laugher, and I laugh at literally the worst times ever.
Did you just talk about this with Kendra? Yes. Like someone was having a seizure and you were laughing?
Yeah, I laugh at bad times. That's just like one of the definitions of my life. So, Lexi one time was doing a face mask, and
I cry at bad times. Like, I'm a big crier.
Little did we know that she accidentally put it on her eyebrows.
I like just smeared it all over my whole face. I don't know what I was doing.
It was one
like,
that peels.
So relaxing.
It was one that peels, like probably like the cucumber one. And then she starts peeling it off like 15 minutes later, and she's like, holy shit, Sarah. She's like, I think it's taking off my eyebrow. And I was like, you did it on top of your eyebrow? And she was like, yes, I did. Why? And she was like, I think it's coming off. Like literally started bawling her eyes out, and I was like, oh no. It's like,
you never said you were
I was like, oh no. You know, like where I like start laughing when I want to be sad.
Because I like stopped peeling it off because I was like, maybe I can like scrape it off or something. But really, it's like if you pull your eyebrow really tight, it just looks like there's like no eyebrow left. And
especially if like you don't have any makeup on there.
Yeah, and so when I was pulling it, it looked like my eyebrow was literally peeling off, and I was like, Sarah, I'm not gonna have any eyebrows. You're gonna have to draw my eyebrows on every day. Like, what am I gonna do? And she was like, Oh my god. She was like, it's probably okay.
I could not. That was like probably one of the funniest things ever, where I felt really bad about laughing, but it was so funny. And then luckily her eyebrows didn't come off.
I think all I had to do was peel it off like this way. Instead of peeling it off like against the eyebrow, I pulled it off like with the eyebrow, and I was like, oh, my eyebrow's fine. And then I was like, why were you laughing at my eyebrow coming off? Typical Sarah.
The next one I do want to say one. Second time I ever went in our friend Michelle and Alex's dorm room.
I forgot about that.
Okay, if you know me, I'm bad at microwaving. I don't know anyone else who can be bad at microwaving. I am so bad at guesstimating how much something should be like heated up for. It's unbelievable. So I got like insomnia cookies, if you guys know what that is. We have it on our campus. And
one single cookie.
I got one cookie, and I like when they're like warm. So I went to heat it up, put a napkin down, put my cookie on there.
A normal person would put the cookie in the microwave for what? 10 seconds, like tops. Maybe 12 if you want it a little hot. Like, I feel like that's just, like, you know, if you're gonna put like bread or like something like that in the microwave, it's not a very long time. Sarah hits 3 minutes for, it was
1 minute 30 seconds.
That is not much better. 1 minute and 30 seconds for a single cookie.
1 minute 30 seconds is my go-to microwave time.
Everything, like if I ever was like, Sarah, will you heat me up some food? She was like, yeah, and she would hand it to me, and I would like take a bite and be like, oh my god, why is this on fire? It's so hot. It's just
the worst thing when you heat something up and then it's still cold when you take it out, and you're like, I should have heated it up longer. But little did we know that this microwave started catching on fire. We opened the we smelled something burning, and then we looked at the microwave and it was all smoking out. We opened it and the fire alarm, is this when the fire alarm?
No, this is, we like barely knew Michelle and Alex at this point. Their room is full of smoke. Michelle is like flailing. She's like, open the window. Nobody knows how to open the window.
It was a hard window to
Alex
open.
is just laughing so hard. I think she was taking Snapchats of it, like just laughing at us. I was just kind of like watching like this. Sarah, are you kidding? And Sarah was just staring at the microwave like, I didn't know. I think Michelle got the window open. That was just really smoky though. So much smoke. The time the smoke detectors actually went off was like 3 a.m. when Sarah was like, I'm gonna make some popcorn. Actually, I'll defend Sarah on this one. For some reason our microwave just like did not mess with popcorn, and you could hit the popcorn button and
press the popcorn button,
and it just didn't work. You could hit like a time, it did not work. It either burnt the popcorn or it popped like 4 kernels, and you were like, wow, I'm really gonna enjoy these 4 pieces.
I learned to love burnt popcorn.
Yeah, we ate a lot of burnt popcorn this year. But so it's like 3 a.m. and I'm pretty sure the fire alarm had, like they had done a fire drill like the night before or something too. And so Sarah puts in the popcorn and there's smoke like every time, but usually we're just like, oh man, like it's gonna be a little burnt. And then our smoke detector starts going off and we're like, crap. We open the window and stuff, but like we can hear like every room on the floor smoke detector like also starting to go off, and it's like catching around the floor. We're like, if the actual fire alarm goes off, everyone is going to kill us. It is 3 a.m. But it never did. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how.
Luckily we opened the window and it just stopped after like 15 minutes, but the time I almost made everyone's life miserable on a school night,
and you probably would have laughed because you would have been uncomfortable.
I would have been so uncomfortable. They would have been like, this was you.
They would have been like, who was this? Like, not us. It was room 418.
Okay.
Or 419.
The last little story we're gonna tell, we're not gonna go too in depth because this video is already so long, but we had a neighbor, let's call her, her name is just so funny.
I know.
Should we just say it?
No.
We're trying to think of a good, funny name that makes up for how funny her real name is.
Wanda.
Wet Wanda?
That's all I can think of.
Okay, we're gonna call her Wet Wanda.
No, are we actually gonna call her Wet Wanda?
It sounds kind of sexual. We're going with it.
Wet Wanda.
So, This is the story about our neighbor. We could make a whole separate video about Wet Wanda, but we aren't going to yet. If you want one of those videos, comment down below. Maybe I'll do it on my vlog channel. But basically, you start. Tell a couple of the funniest moments with her. Or should we just wait for another video?
Maybe we should just wait.
Okay, we're gonna wait for another video. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and also make sure to subscribe if you're not already. To hear about these videos first, also make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, because you will have a better chance at this giveaway, and also just to see when my videos are uploaded more. I also tell kind of crazy stories on my Twitter, so stay tuned for that. Follow me there. It's just Sarah J. Burgett. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Peace.
Hey.